Hey guys, welcome to ZFF Funny Sports Wednesday night again, round 15, 3 rounds to go after this one, and we're here in the USA, Mexico and Brazil to take us home, and tonight Oside Nova can be the champion, and it's pretty straightforward with the way Leclerc's been going at the moment. He's been struggling. It could be wrapped up if Nova wins, and Leclerc would need a 5th or above to keep his championship hopes alive. Or if Nova finishes second, Leclerc will need a 9th or above to keep his championship alive. It's that simple. If Nova wins, it's in Leclerc's hands to try and finish as high up in the points as possible. However, is this a track that Leclerc likes? A short quali tonight, down on numbers slightly. You can see a championship leader, and he's been super consistent all season as this man Oside Nova. He really has kept the penalties clean, kept his nose clean. He's been an absolute worthy champion, and dare I say, one of the best we've had, if he can finish the job and bring it home. Hasn't been involved in any incidents this season, has had no quali bans, has picked up hardly any penalties, has wrapped up so many podiums, so many wins, especially start of the season, absolute rocket ship at the start. Masterful drive in Monaco, absolutely dominated around there. And he's just got to keep outscoring Leclerc. Leclerc, who's slightly fallen away in recent races. On board with the Greek driver on his outlap as well. Short quality tonight then. But Leclerc just hasn't got going the last few races. Has the pressure got to him? He's involved in too many incidents. Sticking his nose into too many overtakes that just haven't come off. Penalties he's picked up. Quali bans he's picked up. The pressure has got to the young Greek driver, which hopefully is a learning process for him. It's not over yet though. 33 points between Leclerc and Nova. So it's still plenty of opportunity, still plenty of time to get himself into it. As they're about to rack up the first qualifying runs, Oside Nova already into that fantastic sweeping S's. This track is a bit of a tie grainer. We could well see a couple of two stoppers, which is good. It's always good for this online racing. This game, of course, is nearly done. F1 2021 is just around the corner. I think pretty much everybody happy to see the back of this game. Nothing but problems. Steve also want to find out. Steve's really got his act together this second half of the season. Steve's been storming in qualifying. Certainly a driver who's better than his current 4 points at the moment. Leclerc starting his flying lap as well. Lucas out there in his flying lap. So is Jamie Wong. Great on board there. Oside Nova always looks so controlled, so calm at the wheel. Just looks like it's on a Skeletrix track all the time, doesn't it? Always has that car beautifully balanced. And it's always enough. It's probably why he avoids the penalties more than anything. Qualifying, he's not mega quick. Qualifying hasn't been, in fact, his strongest point. But it's been a balanced car to keep it in the track limits. 1:29.5 based off the time sheet. It's only one doing time so far. What about his championship contender Leclerc? Coming on the back straight now as the sun starts to appear through the clouds. Christy Bissett been out of the way. Cracking season that man's had. Proper progress. It's been great to see from Christy. Down to the big braking zone. Big overtaking point there. Big DRS zone. And Leclerc, Pep middle sector, so he's on it. We know Leclerc's mighty quick. Qualifying has been his forte. A little wiggle, a little bit oversteer there. Complete contrast to what we saw there from Oside Nova. Around the final few S's. Into the final couple of corners comes Leclerc then. Already 13 minutes to go. Jamie Wong puts himself in second with a 1:30.1. Lucas is a 10 behind that. Leclerc goes round. Oh, Leclerc spins it. And we were just saying, is the pressure getting to Leclerc? Another mistake on his own. Coming out the final corner, I cannot believe it. A guy who looked bulletproof at the first half of the season. It's just started to unravel. My word, Leclerc, another mistake, and an invalid lap as well to boot, so he can't go again. He's going to have to pit and put on a fresh set of softs. As here comes Frisky Biscuit, a man who's had a fantastic season. Deserves more, again, another driver who deserves more points than what he's got. He's had some fantastic qualities, some fantastic showings. 6 points to his name. Can he beat Lennon? Can he beat yours? He's got an opportunity. 1 point would beat his personal best. Well, has beaten his personal best, sorry. He's joint points with Lennon. So he has got more points than what he's got in Zenith. Ever. Top 16s on the plate. And possibly yours 15th only on 10 points. Possibly he's got a good chance tonight as well. Of course, a battle for third in the championship as well. Bjorn, no Lezard tonight, so Slim and Bjorn will take that battle for third place. Right, Lezard going to the final 2 races. That's a great battle to watch because Granty Boy, Lucas, Jamie 1 are in a massive scrap for 6th. Granty Boy 69 points, Lucas 61, Jamie 1 61. Bit of a gap then to Jacob on 41. Jacob, with his pace, could still get involved in that battle. No doubt about it. Rimpy 10th, 39. In the scrappling down for the rest. Of course, as here comes Frisky round the final corner. Should go ahead of Leclerc's time. Still 1-9 off. I wonder he's got a bit of fuel on that car. Of course, we can see tyre wear is a bit of an issue around here. Slim, who just hasn't got going. And in fact, he's invalidated this run. Just hasn't got going this season. And it's been a massive shock. I really thought he'd be a championship contender, but uncharacteristic mistakes from Slim have put him back. Qualifying's been a disaster. From round 1, qualifying was a disaster. Penalties galore in races. It's just not flowed for him at all this season. Jacob goes 4th. They'll all be on soft tyres, by the way. So Slim is on the mediums. Let's say that Slim is on the mediums. Of course, qualifying top 10 is a good chance. And I'm actually quite surprised. Nova's out on soft as well. I'm actually quite surprised that more haven't gone to the medium tyre, start the medium tyre. So it's a bit of a surprise there. Medium tyres has surely got more tyres unless people are already outright committing to a 2-stop strategy. As George Cresswell says, go on, Frisky boy. Frisky is currently 1.9 down and back out on track, but invalidated this lap, so he won't be going again. Jacob already invalidated, so just a 1 run so far. Jamie James out there in the McLaren. Plus the line starts his final lap now. Jamie James, I'll tell you what, here's a man who deserves a podium. Should have had more podiums to his name already. Hasn't quite. 3 fourths. What a great season for the races he's been in. Has chosen outright dominant quali pace. Look at that. Fully committed into the sweeping S section. A beautiful part of the racetrack. One of my favourite sectors on the calendar. It's really underrated. Doesn't get enough praise. Oh, and he runs wide. And that is how easy it is to invalidate a lap. Not even 4 wheels. I really hope Codemasters sort that out for next year's game, or this year's game, 2021, because it's just a joke. On board with Steve, down the hill he comes again. It's this beautiful section. It's right on board with Steve the Haas. He's going to be eyeing up the top 10 and top 7. Oh, he's run way wide. Not enough front end grip. The front just completely went there. However, it's not invalidated. That's not invalidated. Jamie James was invalidated, and that isn't. Well, Steve cut half the track, surely. How's that worked? Let's keep an eye on that time. As Steve just found the glitch in the game. As you can see, also though from JB1, from Lucas, from Jacob, from Yor, from Christy, from Leclerc, who we saw spin on his blind lap. At the final corner. Rimpy out there, Jamie James and Bjorn out there. Bjorn on medium tyres. Slim still driving around on medium tyres as well. Granty Boy is taking no part in qualifying. And a middle sector from Steve. Is that where he cut the corner? Is Steve on for a pole? Love to see it, I really would. Beautiful track. USA is a great track. Again, I think it's such an underrated track. Its layout is quite old school, very undulating, plenty of overtaking moves. Again, look up the hill here. Then again, you go downhill and up the hill. As Steve goes into 8th. Didn't quite work out for Steve in the end. Is he backing off? Yes, he is. On board with Leclerc, who's invalidated, who's on an outlap. So Rimpy just finishing sector 1 now, into sector 2, into the tight hairpin, into the next DRS zone. Rimpy, who has been super consistent. I really like Rimpy. Really like his driving style. Rarely gets penalties. Always, if he does, it's usually just 3 or 6 seconds. Doesn't go too high on the pens. Really good racer. Everyone who's raced against Rimpey has nothing but good things to say about him. A great addition to the league. Picks up the points. He's always there. He's always there around. He's had 2 4th place this year. Always there when trouble ahead. He's usually the man to pick up the pieces. Super consistent, super clean. Looking to finish the season on a high and in the top 10 in the championship. Just behind Slim's Renault. Shouldn't get too held up by that. Little wiggle there through the final 2 corners. This is where we saw Leclerc spin it coming into here. Slim in, no doubt, 7 minutes left for a set of soft tyres. Here comes Rimpey now over the line and into 2nd place. And that's a great time, a 30.0. And the racing points are currently 2nd and 3rd. And Rimpey will fancy his chances at that podium here. No doubt about it. Jacob at the out lap. Jacob's mighty quick round here. We saw that last season. Through this wonderful sweeping S's. It's so easy to lose it, but it feels so good when you get it right. And it's up and down, it's undulating. A lot of camber as well. And Frisky's done a pretty good job there as Bjorn gets out the way. Bjorn running 10th, 2.5 seconds adrift in medium tyres. Leclerc out there. Let's go Leclerc. Leclerc's halfway through his lap and he has this time managed to get around invalidating. So 11th place so far, just 6 minutes to go. He needs to be up there alongside Nova. Don't forget, Nova can win the championship if Nova wins the race and Leclerc is down the points or even out and doesn't score. Big chance. Around the final corner. This was where he spun earlier on. Runs it a little bit wide. Still a little bit. Oh! Well, such a little bit tardy. However, a 29.0, half a second ahead of Nova, and that is exactly where Leclerc needs to be. He needs everybody else a little bit closer and challenging outside Nova. Now, what can Jacob do? Can Jacob get himself in there? Because Leclerc has to win to keep us alive going into Mexico. Another great track. I really like Mexico as well. What can Jacob do? Surely he's going to win a race this season. I can't believe with all the podium runners and all the different race winners we've had this season, Jacob hasn't been one of them. Some rotten luck. Oh, runs wide. And that is going to cost him. Frisky, oh, taking a little trip across the grass there. Was up on his time, but he'll rush down to the pits if he can keep it on the track. Ooh, just about there from Frisky. Well, Jamie James, he's invalidated again. He's trying to get laps in here. I tell you what, Jamie One's improved and just 1/10 back from outside Nova. What a lap there from Jamie One, looking racy. Again, a season which just hasn't quite gone for Jamie One. As I said, a former championship contender. And the Racing Points, 3rd and 4th, they're looking really nicely placed. And the Racing Points have had a good season. I tell you what, it's been a great little team. Have Rimpey and JB1. 6th for the championship, I think 23 points. They can get AlphaTauri, and they may have Ferrari in their eyesights as well. They could be looking at a top 4 in the Constructors. And after a rotten start for the Racing Points was what it was, they'll take that, no doubt about it. Here we go, on board down the back straight. JB1's going again, I think. He's going flat out on the straight. Oh, in fact, now he's backed out of it. There's Lucas behind him. There he is, Lucas. Car number 24. He looks the back of JB1, in fact. Shouldn't get hurt. In fact, Lucas has been improving by quite a bit. This could push him ahead of Rimpey here for Lucas. It's 3.5 minutes to go. It's Leclerc on provisional pole from outside Nova. Just ahead of JB1. Rimpey and then Lucas, but Lucas may get Rimpey here if JB1 gets out the way. Only Jamie James and Bjorn out there, and Bjorn's committing to those medium tyres at the moment. Here comes the Ferrari now. The Greek driver down the start, finishing straight. He's in that big battle with JB1 and Grand T Boy, so he needs to try and get JB1 if possible. Here he comes over the line. Just behind, 1/10 off. And Jamie James in the 6th place. I'm sure Jamie James has got more. Is he going again? Ooh, he's got a car inside of him coming out the pits. Is Jamie James on a lap here? Let's have a look. No, definitely not. That is not optimal speed going in the S's. So that could be Jamie James done. Lucas can invalidate this lap, so he could be done as well. 3 minutes to go. It's quite a long track. As you can see, 1.5 minutes. Jacob out on an out lap. Bjorn, well, He's going to start on those medium tyres, which are 3 laps old, and this track is a tyre chewer. So I'll be very, very surprised. Who's on a flyer right now then? Jamie James coming in. Bjorn, is he still going round, lapping round? Let's have a look. Looks like he is. Slimbo's done. So Slimbo's going to start on medium tyres, if he even keeps that, because Frisky and Steve could actually probably pip him there. I think that's what Slim's hoping for. Maybe he'd rather start on a fresh set of mediums. As Bjorn does pit, and I wonder if Bjorn's going to be quick here. Under 2 minutes to go. Nova's back out there. Can Nova, the champion, need to get that pole position? You've got to go now if you're going to go out for a lap. Bjorn's done, so he wants the mediums as well. They don't want to start on the soft tyres. So you're out there. You've got Jacob out there, Jamie James, who is trying to get back. Is he going to go in the pits? Lucas is done, and Jamie James does pit, so his session's done as well. But the front three are all out. Leclerc's out there. Here we go. It's crunch time now then. Only Jamie James, Slim, Bjorn, and Granty Boy will not be taking part for the rest of the session. And the 2 championship contenders, Leclerc and Nova, head to head, are both out there on track at the moment. Great shot there as you've got Nova and JB1 coming down the back straight. In fact, it was Rimpy. Big shot here. So who's been the first man? It's going to be Jacob. So here we go. Right up forward, Jacob then. Can he get himself up there? Leclerc needs as many drivers as possible to get themselves up there between him and Nova. Nova will be quite happy. He'll happily finish second. He can happily finish behind Leclerc, as long as he's only 1 or 2 places for the rest of the season to be champion. Jacob. Oh, and invalidates again, and that's it for Jacob, and it's going to be 7th at best for him. And he needs to get out of the way because he's got the Alfa Romeo, although so Nova right behind him, and Nova's invalidated. In fact, Nova's going to start finishing straight, so that other Alfa is Frisky Biscuit. And there is the young Welshman catching. In fact, he may have a nice little slingshot here from Jacob. I think Slim and Bjorn would actually hope that Frisky and Steve can get him, just so they can start on the fresher rubber. Here we go. Nice slingshot. Jacob pulls out. Realises, uh-oh, hang on a minute. I need to get out of the way. Pretty sharpish here. So here comes Frisky Biscuit. Can he keep his lap together? Can he get himself another top 10? And he's way up. That would put him comfortably ahead. And Steve goes 9th. Good time there from Steve. So Steve goes 9th, just behind Yor. Can Frisky jump Steve? Can Frisky get another top 10 this season? Another great part of the track. I love this track. Great to drive. Oh, runs out wide, missed the apex, went out wide, limit to a speaker into the corner. Last corner now, that's much better from Frisky. Down the stop, finishing straight, DRS open. Oh, and just behind Steve, just behind Yor, but into 10th place. Thank you very much, says Frisky. Right, what about the position for pole? It's Oside Nova's going to be first. In fact, Leclerc's done. And JB1's improving. Here comes Oside Nova. Can he get himself on in pole position? The championship leader, of course. Rimpy right out there as well. Watch out for the 2 racing points. Oh no! Nova runs wide. Oh, and it probably cost him pole. It probably did cost him pole. He lost an absolute heap of time, and JB1 has invalidated. What about Rimpy? Rimpy's done. Lucas 4th, great result there for Rimpy, but it's Leclerc in front where he likes to be, in control of the race. Wow, set up quite nicely. Round 15. 2 more rounds to go after this. Mexico and Brazil. Nova can win it tonight with a 1st and 2nd. Of course, he needs Leclerc a little way down there. Great quality. Granty Boy, Slim and Bjorn will start. Sorry, we'll start on probably the fresh set of mediums. So Frisky, Steve, Yor, Jacob, James, Rimpy, Lucas, Jamie Wan, I said Nova, Leclerc, great chance for the likes of Jamie Wan, Lucas and Rimpey to grab themselves a rare podium, even James, even Jacob, any of them. I think all of them would fancy that third step on the podium. Because I've got a feeling we're going to see a straight shootout between Leclerc and outside Nova here. Dracatus for the win. Hello Dave, says Mitsaldo. Well, Leclerc needs it to keep the championship going to Mexico. Leclerc needs the win. He's got to finish ahead. The problem is, the problem is with this, as Granty Boy's left, it increases everybody else's chances. But the problem for Leclerc is, I don't think Nova's going to fight this too much. I think Nova will quite happily finish behind Leclerc in second, knowing that he'll still have a plus 25 lead going into the next round in Mexico, and just have very little to do to win the championship and bring it home. Hopefully Granty Boy can get back in. His car is still on the grid. Let me see if I can invite Granty Boy back. Let's get him in. Where is Granty Boy? So formation, let's see what tyres they've all got on, of course. Yeah, it's soft. Look, Slimbone Bjorn. Well then why did they go out and quali? Why did they not put a set of softs on and try and qualify as high as possible then? So they're all on softs, that's nice and easy. We could see a two-stopper, I'll tell you that. Weather looks glorious. Beautiful blue sunshine, and Leclerc is where he needs to be to challenge Nova. Jamie Wan, third place. Best quality of the year for him. Lucas, fourth, of course. Lucas, Jamie Wan, and Granty Boy all in that big tussle for sixth in the championship. And of course, Bjorn, Slim, and Lezad having a massive tussle for third in the championship. Rimpey, fifth. Chance of podium for him. Jamie James in sixth. Jacob, seventh. Looking to come through the field and keep the penalties down. Your Steve and Frisky are all in a massive tussle in the championship. Down to 16th, 17th and 18th places, and I'll tell you what, any points for those three would be huge for them. However, they will be wary of Slim, Bjorn and Granty Boy behind them. Well, 28 laps, this is going to be a good one. This fight for the podium, could be between all of them, I tell you that. All of them are capable of getting a podium. Strategy is going to be right. Safety cars as well. And of course Leclerc has to keep a cool head. It's Leclerc's head which has not helped him in this fight for the championship. It's set him back slightly in this fight for the championship. Look at that beautiful view. Beautiful curbside shot as the cars accelerate down to the final corner. I'm looking forward to this one, folks. Despite the low numbers, despite a few going AWOL, we're in for a good race here. We're going to have, hopefully, a great battle between Leclerc and Osa Nova at the front, the two championship contenders, and that fight for podium, fight for points, some which will be so crucial. Here we go. Round 15 from the USA, 3 rounds to go after this. Nova can't be champion tonight. The lights are on, and it's go, and Frisky's jumped the start. Oh my days. Frisky Biscuit with a great start by Nova, and Nova may have this here. Lucas up to third place. Nova takes the lead. Leclerc and Nova is side by side. Leclerc on the inside. Can he retake the lead? Nova holding on. No, he can't. Nova leads. The championship leader takes it. Well, what a start. And Frisky, despite his jump start, is now down to last. Oh, Frisky. What is going on there? But Leclerc was sluggish and Lucas makes a place. James Wan down 2. Rimpey's got his teammate as well. You're and Granty Boy fighting there. Two good friends, of course. Jamie James down 4 as well. What a start for Steve. Look at this. 6th place. Bjorn's up 5. And Bjorn looking for a move on Steve as well. Here comes the Dutchman on board. But in fact, he's going to have his mirrors full of Jacob because Jacob's down the inside. Passes the Dutch driver now. And will Slim try and follow through? Got to be careful there, Slim. Bjorn's fighting back down. Look at this on the inside. Bjorn and Jacob, two great races here. And Bjorn has taken that place back. Great stuff here. Jacob down the inside. What a move! And now Slim trying to get involved. All for 7th place. What a move by Jacob. And has Slim got Bjorn? Yes, he has. And Bjorn's got front wing damage. Oh, that's not going to help his chances of third in the championship. That's a big advantage for Slim. So Bjorn pits, and I imagine Frisky will take his penalty as well, as Slim now trying to get down the inside of Jacob. Oh no, Frisky penalty for 3 seconds. Just keep it on the road, Frisky. You've got a magic chance of points. And look at this, the championship leaders. But I tell you what, they got Lucas, Wimpy, J-Boy, and Steve. Steve's in with a shot of the podium here. Slim right behind him as well. Bjorn in the pits. The leaderboard sorts itself hopefully out very shortly. So Nova's pitted. Bjorn coming out the pit now as well. Of course, Frisky's taking his drive-through penalty. Bjorn's not leading the race, I can tell you that. It is this man you see right in front of you is Osai Nova, and Leclerc. He's got to be careful because any mistake here, and Lucas, Wimpy, JB1, Slim now passes Steve. Steve is also going to have his mirrors full of Jacob here. Oh, but Steve's going to try and fight back on Slim here. Let's go on board. Here goes Steve down the inside of the back straight. No DRS just yet. Of course, Steve has the inside line. Oh, and has he got it? Has he got it? Slim fighting on the inside. Oh, great view here from Jacob's point of view. And Slim dives down the inside. Can Steve get it back? No, he can't. Slim gets the job done. Great little fight there between Slim and Steve. Great fair racing. And Jacob going to try and get involved as well. And Jamie James right behind. Great fight. I tell you what, I thought Nova and Leclerc would pull away, but they're not. Jamie James running way out wide there as well. Well, this is a bit of a surprise, but look at Rimpy starting to pressurise Lucas. A DRS will now be open this lap by. Well, this is unexpected. Leclerc right behind the pack of Nova. Leclerc has got it. We've got DRS now. Has he learned from his mistakes? That's the question. Look at this. This section is even harder with a full tank of fuel on board, I can tell you that. It's tricky in qualifying. And the front 5 are breakaway. The front 6 are starting to break away. Though Steve will be quite happy there in 7th place, doing a fantastic job. Jacob right behind him, and then a bit of a gap then to Yoran and Jamie James. There are the 2 racing points. It's like Jamie was trying to line up a move, but Leclerc will now have the DRS, and Lucas will have a bit of DRS as well. So Lucas may get involved here as well. Here we go. Leclerc goes down to the outside, Nova to the inside, and Leclerc takes the lead. That is big for the championship. Jamie White has also passed Rimpy. Lucas, they're watching brief, but there is Jamie, and Slim's there as well. Jacob passing Steve. Oh, has he? No, because Steve's still there. Steve's still there. There he is. Can he get himself back through? Jacob will have the inside next time by. Great racing again. And Slim gets Rimpy. Rimpy fighting back on the outside there. Rimpy takes 5th place, has the inside. That should be job done. Jacob did pass Steve. Oh, where's some absolute action? And the front 2 now are just starting to pull away. He's beginning lap 4. Leclerc now where he needs to be, but now it's Osai Nova's turn with DRS, of course. View at the front wing of the Alfa Romeo. The championship leader, 33 points ahead of Leclerc. If Leclerc was to win here, we would go on to Mexico. Nova would have to wait. And Lucas is benefiting. Look at this. Lucas is there. My word, is Lucas, who hasn't won a race in so long, over a season. Only 1 race win to his name, and that was Singapore. He's in with a shout here. Jamie 1, Rimpy, Jamie 1. In fact, Rimpy's now trying to keep Slim behind him. Slim would fancy his chances here. Of course, Slim started down in last place, so a great recovery from Slim so far. He just needs to keep it together. Jacob would fancy this one as well. There are a few drivers out here who would fancy their chances. They can get through, and Slim may fancy his chance now. DRS on the finished driver. Rimpy going to the inside is going to force Slim out wide here. Has Slim got enough? In fact, he's done it. the DRS was too powerful, and you'll get Stee. Now this is an interesting one because they're fighting the championship, and Stee trying to get his nose on the inside. He's not had much luck with this move so far. Has he done it this time? On board with Yor and Stee. Oh, Yor will have the inside. Stee's going to see Yor's front wing. This is a great little battle, wheel to wheel. Stee now has the inside and gets back through. Yor has no answer. And these two are fighting for 16th in the championship. Oh, big oversteer there from Stee. Big tank slapper. Great battle. Love to see more of that. And Jamie James, who actually really be a lot higher up than this, as Frisky picks up the penalties. He's catching Granty Boy. Now here goes Yor down the inside of turn 1. On board with Stee, and Yor's got this one. But Stee will have the DRS next time by. Great fighting. Great fight out there. What about Leclerc and Nova? There they are. And Lucas is still trying to go with him, though he's just dropped out of DRS now. And Nova's still in Leclerc's DRS. The two championship leaders going wheel to wheel. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a good fight between these two. Going into the final few races, a proper championship contested, and Leclerc would very much take it on. It would still be a good 26, 27 point gap. Nova just putting Leclerc's mirrors full of his Alfa Romeo. Just keeping him honest. Rimpey is staying with Stee. I'll tell you what, Jacob's there. Now what about Stee? Stee and Yor, and are joined by Jamie James. Jamie James has now joined the party as battles absolutely everywhere. As we predicted, maybe low in numbers, but the action is just as hot right now. You slightly worry with lower numbers. If you're going to get a field spread, you're going to get a pretty dull race. And still, Steve makes a mistake. James can't capitalise. It's the wrong part of the track for Jamie James to make any difference. Steve struggling with the rear of that car. Jacob penalty. Started 7th, still in 7th. Well, that penalty, with how close to the field is at the moment. And Steve, I wonder if his rear tyres are already starting to burn up because he's losing oversteer in every corner at the moment. Jamie James won't get Stee here. Stee's just holding on to some DRS behind Yor. What about at the front? Lucas still just 1.3 behind. It's Leclerc from Nova. There they are. Red Bull, Alpha, Ferrari, Racing Point. And Jacob still hasn't got Rimpey yet. Rimpey doing a great job there in 6th place. As Yor picks up a penalty, and that is not good with his fight with Stee and Jamie James. We'll know how they go this time by. Half a second. Let's ride on board with the championship leader. Half a second. Well, look, Leclerc's got some mighty straight line speed, I'll tell you that. Nova cannot make a difference here. Half a second it stays, and in fact, the DRS wide open. Nova didn't make up much time at all, and now Jacob has already got Rimpey around the outside. DRS up to 6th place goes the young Englishman. Having a good race, and now he will try and catch Slim. And now Lucas, in fact, has he made a mistake? He's dropped 2 seconds behind the race leaders, and now he's got Jamie 1 and Slim right behind him. And the front two are now starting to pull away. This is a great battle because Lucas and Jamie 1 are fighting hard in the championship at the moment for 6th place. Currently held by Granty Boy, who's currently 11th. He's on 69 points. Lucas and Jamie 1 are both on 61 points. And they're both fighting Granty Boy for 6th in the championship. Jacob can get in that battle as Stee and Jamie James. In fact, Jamie James pits. Has he got front wing damage? He has got end plate damage. And that is an unneeded pit stop for Jamie James. He's on the wrist here from Frisky. Front wing change. Where is the Welshman? There is the Welshman, and he takes 10th place. A man who should be on more than 6 points. Belgium always springs to mind, of course. Oh man, painful memories because Frisky was on for a great haul of points before 2 laps to go. Unfortunately, in a collision with Jamie 1. Right, I tell you what, Leclerc's not close enough to, Nova's not close enough for Leclerc, but Slim might be to the back of Jamie 1. Here he goes, and that is Slim into 4th place. And I'll tell you what, he's only 1 second behind Lucas, and only 2.5 there. But in fact, he can see the leaders. He can see the leaders. He'll want to join that battle. Slim has a chance of a race win. Oh, unfortunately, too little, too late in terms of a championship, but Slim needs this. He needs it for himself. round to the penultimate corner as Leclerc pits. Interesting. Now Leclerc going for an undercut. This feels a little bit early. Is anyone else going to follow suit? Lucas goes on. Slim goes on. No one else. Early. 8 laps. 20 then on the hard or mediums. That's medium tyres. 20 laps in the medium tyres. Well, that's a big ask for a one stop. That's going to be a very big ask. Should come out in some clear traffic. And doesn't. Well, has Steve thrown it? In fact, Steve, 3 seconds ahead. And Leclerc, we're looking for undercut. But the big question now is if they are two-stopping. Nova leads by 2.5 seconds, and Slim's caught the back of Lucas. Of course, Leclerc's been used to his teammate being up there as well, of course, and Lezard, who he would have loved to have here today to try and take some points off outside Nova. Lucas doing a great job here now in second place. JB1 just slightly fading on, but look at this. Lucas, Slim, JB1, Jacob, Rimpey, all in the same shot there. And you're not too far behind now, 5 seconds behind. He's dropped Steve by 2.5. Slim's going to be up for this, I'll tell you that. Slim, who has a great chance of third in the championship, with Bjorn out the points as well. No Lezard. Slim, if he got a podium, we'll be right back into third place with 2 rounds to go. Mexico next, then Brazil. And Lucas, the gap between Nova and Lucas is just staying at 2.3. But I'll tell you what, Slim and JB1 pits. Slim may fancy this. Slim into turn 1 they go. Not close enough. DRS not having much impact, is it? Right, what tyres for JB1? The answer is hard tyres for JB1. So that should get him to the end. It just makes Leclerc's decision even more questionable. In fact, Leclerc's already passed Steve. I doubt Steve was messing around too much with Leclerc. Leclerc in absolute charge. So Leclerc will no doubt take the lead of the race when everyone pits again, especially with the undercut. I wonder if JB1 will, as Frisky pits again. Yor picks up another penalty at 6 seconds for Yor, but I wonder now, with JB1's pit stop, if that will spark a reaction from Lucas and from Slim. And in fact Jacob as well. I wonder now if they're going to stop, and Slim might have a look here at Lucas and does, and take second place. And look at the tyre wear on Lucas's car as well. You can see the top of the carcass of the tyre, the line there, blistering on Lucas's tyre. What about Slim? Slim, not so much. And of course Slim started on a fresher set of softs than Lucas, started outside the top 10. And Slim has made his way through as Leclerc passes Yor's not quite out of it yet. I'll tell you what, well, I was going to say, wouldn't make that too easy for Leclerc. Remember, Leclerc on much fresher grip is absolutely tearing through the field. Jamie James passing Bjorn. Jamie James on a fresh set of hards, and Lucas does pit. So JB1 will probably have the undercut on Lucas here. Let's watch out for this then. As Jacob pits as well, so they are reacting. Rimpey goes on. Leclerc fastest up. Leclerc is absolutely flying up there, but I wonder where J1's going to be now. Of course, Leclerc has got mediums on, of course. The big question is, J1 on the hard tyres, where is he? There he comes, and has Lucas done it? This is going to be so close. Lucas in medium tyres as well. He cannot afford to get passed by J1. Here comes the Dutchman now, and he's not done it. He has not done it. Hard 7 for Jacob, so mediums for Lucas, and he will pull away from JB1. But will he have to stop again? 18 laps on those mediums. JB1 definitely hasn't. Jacob also on the hard tyres. Yours pitted for mediums, so is Steve. Who's got Jamie James back behind him as well. And Bjorn comes to join the party, though. He's on 7 lap hard tyres, so he may have to stop again. Frisky, unfortunately at the moment, 13th and out the points. Oh, this is going to be a really interesting one. This is going to be a fascinating one. It really is. Right, Rimpey, Nova, Slim. Well, question is now, will Lucas fancy an undercut on Nova? Will Nova pit this time by? Leclerc definitely going to lead this race. And Nova goes on. Slim goes on. Slim, just 2 seconds. Slim is catching Osai Nova. Does Rimpy go on? Yes, he does. And it says the one-stop strategy now is open for the medium. So Lucas pitted a lap earlier, so did Bjorn, so does Steve Slim. They go back. JB1 penalty, that's a big penalty. That's a really big penalty for JB1. And that will be music to Lucas's ears of the big pressure for the Dutchman. Whew. Sigh of relief. Here comes JB1. So now he's dropping, 1.2 behind Lucas. Lucas is starting to get his medium tyres warmed up and starting to go. And of course, he'll have eyes on Nova, possibly passing. He's only 2.3 behind Nova before the pit stop. Slim now 1.7 behind Nova. Slim's got eyes firmly on Osai Nova. Jacob, 6 seconds of penalties for him. The likes of Stee and Jamie James could really cash in on Yor and Jacob's penalties ahead of them. Bjorn's got a penalty as well. Frisky had a drive-through. Of course, Frisky jumped the start and had a drive-through, so he's in the back foot early on. Lap 11. Will Osai Nova pit this time by. They're in the final sector now. Leclerc already right behind the back of Rimpy. Leclerc has been absolutely flying. Well, Nova and Slim are definitely one stop because Slim started on soft tyres, but and Slim is pitting, so Nova goes on. Nova goes on. Jamie James, 3-second penalty. Ray, you see Jamie James pick up 3-second penalties. He's in a big battle with Bjorn right now. Where is Bjorn? There he is. He's right behind the back of the Englishman. Now, the question is, Leclerc's got through, but where is Lucas? That's the big one. Has Slim done enough here? Lucas, I think, is going to get through. And has. Yes, he has. Well, JB1 trying to go around the outside. Does he get stopped in time? Yes, he did. And Slim has been undercut. And I'll tell you what, with oh, and Slim going around the outside. He's trying it all through the yeses. That's just one at a time. Had to back off there and did. J1, who hasn't got to stop again for Slim won't now. Slim definitely have to stop again. Medium tyre. She got the T. Oh, Lucas penalty. Well, any chance that Lucas had for things like winning the race, well, that's gone. And not only that, but a podium could be compromised too as well. Leclerc is 8 seconds behind Nova. And Slim's going to make a move here on JB1. There he goes. Frisky, another penalty as through goes Slim. Oh, Lucas, what a shame. That could cost him a penalty because Slim hasn't got any penalties. And there's only 2.4 behind. And the podium chance for the young Greek driver, Lucas, may have just taken a massive dent there. Rimpy going well in his soft tyres. They're in third place. As Nova pits. As Rimpy's grip has gone. Surely he's pitting. And he is. Absolutely ran out of grip there towards the end. So Leclerc leads. And yellow flag. Rimpy's hit the pit wall. Oh, Rimpy hit the pit wall. He's got a puncture, in fact. Oh, Rimpy, he took those tyres too far. Oh, my word. And Lucas did get outside Nova. Nova behind Lucas. But Lucas has the penalty. But Slim's there. There he is. Slim's right in range. Oh, Rimpy was all looking so good. But pushed his tyre. And Bjorn's out. Bjorn out the race. Oh, Frisky's one away. Oh, poor Rimpy. What a shame, but I'll tell you what, Slim will be absolutely going for Osai Nova here. And they're both right behind Lucas, and Lucas will be kicking himself. Rimpy just pushed his tyres one lap too far. What a shame. Rimpy off the Rust yellow flags for us. Bjorn's Ghost. Well, that third place in the championship for Bjorn has taken a massive dent there, hasn't it? Right, so Leclerc leads the race, but has he got to stop again? Is he going to risk a puncture by continuing? That would be his championship taking a big dent. Lucas, oh, that penalty. Because I'll tell you what, Lucas will still fight this. Lucas is fighting JB1 for a fit for the championship. Bjorn says he forgot to select mediums for the start of the race. So put the back foot straight away, of course, onto Mexico, he says. He is in that fight with Lezard and Slim for the third place. The championship, no, they're going for Lucas, dives it in. Oh, contact! Contact between Nova and Lucas. And now Slim wants to get through. He doesn't want to get left behind. Oh, this is going to be brave. He's going to have the inside and get through. Slim says, no, you don't, Nova. You're not getting away that easy. And that, of course, is bad news for Bjorn. And also said Bjorn said he made made contact, so that's where he's got his damage from at turn 1. JB1, another 3-second penalty, my word. Tell you what, if Steve can keep in contact the likes of Yor and Jacob and co, he could be in for a big result. Keep those penalties free, there is the young man, he's on for a nice little point score. Going very nicely. Frisky, of course, is just, well, in fact, Frisky is only 1.8 away off Rimpy. If he has got the penalties, he's relying on more retirement. And look at Slim, right behind the back of his head. No, Leclerc needs this. This is what Leclerc needs. He needs Slim to get up outside Nova and try and take some points off him. Slim needs this for himself. Some personal pride here. Down the final corner, DRS again, lap 15 to begin. Leclerc's away and gone, but has Leclerc got to stop again? That's the big question. If he is, he'll be putting on soft tyres and he'll be mighty quick at the end. This could be actually quite a grandstand finish. Lucas, well, with all the penalties around him, he probably is guaranteed a 4th place now, but he'll be kicking himself. He really will. Steve's still in 3 seconds of Yor there. He'll take that 7th place. Slim and V Nova. Slim will have the DRS. Slim will be no holds barred here. He'll want to prove to it himself that he can contend with the best. He can contend with the champion. Steve picks up a penalty. And now that does put him in 8th place. Rimpy hasn't got any penalties, as ever. Rimpy go around with no penalties. Now, will Slim be close enough this time by? Oh, he just hasn't got the traction out the corner, has he? Can he get closer? Well, he is getting closer, but he's not close enough. Tucks up behind the rear wing of the Alfa Romeo. I'm just seeing him starting to catch Leclerc. The time is still 11.1. The big question for this man is he going to stop again? Is he going to risk a puncture? He's still got half the race to do on those tyres. So he's going to be doing nearly 20 laps on those medium tyres. And we saw the softs blew out after 11. We saw Rimpy's go. Is he risking a fine? Is he running a fine risk here? And he'll be praying that Slim can get in amongst Nova. Slim a little bit tardy on the exit. DRS open, still half a second gap. The straight here is not long enough, and it's up ahead as well. As you can send one in. Lucas, despite the penalty, despite the 4th, I think we're pretty happy with his pace. And of course, a big points for him with Granty Boy down 12th. And Bjorn out there, and JB1 behind him by 2.8 seconds. Out of a 6-second penalty, he will take a big chunk towards that top 6 in the championship. Slim still trying. He needs a good exit. He needs to be close here, but look, Nova just has enough. He needs to get a good exit out of this little tight hairpin. Little left-hander, like get on the gas and go. And it did look better this time by Yor. A penalty for Yor, but is Slim going to get close enough? Half a second. He is close this time by 3 attempts. Will he have a move down the inside? Oh, it's just not enough, is it? Nova, of course, with 1 lap fresher tyres and a little lock up there from Slim. Close, but no cigar for the young Renault driver. Slightly spread them, but the strategies are going to come into it. The guys on mediums, Lucas as well, and Leclerc, Yor and Steve, their tyres are going to start wearing out towards the end. The guys in hards may come back into it, and the gap between J1 and Lucas is 2.5 seconds as it stands. Well, that's going to come down, I think. Slim gets even closer. He has to be tucked up behind that rear wing. going into the back straight. Oh, little mistake there from Leclerc, and that will give Slim a little opportunity. Look, it's so hard to follow in that S's, it really is. And Slim just taking a different line, but he's missed the apex. In fact, Slim got a little bit tardy now in the middle, in the first sector. The gap's the same, isn't it? 6 tenths, there it is again. Nova, we said in qualifying, has that beautiful balance of the car. Although, Slim is a little bit closer. DRS opens. You can see Jamie Warren getting close to the back of Lucas in the background. But Nova has that straight line speed. Slim is going to have to be a late lunge, and it's not, and it's agonising for Slim. With just 11 laps to go. Just cannot get close enough. As it stands, Nova would not be champion as it stands because Leclerc is doing enough. He's leading the race, and he desperately wants to see Slim get ahead of Nova. Lucas now 4 seconds back, and Jamie Warren is starting to catch him. Jacob, I'm quite surprised that Jacob just hasn't had the outright speed. Rimpey and Frisky, that gap stayed the same. Frisky be kicking himself actually. He's lapping the same as Rimpey, and Rimpey was in top 5 pace, so Frisky has had to pace. That jump start at the start of the race has really cost him. He's praying for a safety car. Right, here we go, 3 tenths, but Slim has to stay with Nova through this section. He needs to be 3-4 tenths. Oh, and again, you can see the front end just washes away with the dirty air of Nova's car. It's so hard to follow. That looks better. That looks better. He needs to be within 3-4 tenths of Nova. Now he's closer than he has been. We're not talking by much. And then very close on the brakes. So this is the best opportunity Slim's had. Yes, 3 to 4 tenths. Here we go. Another penalty for Jacob, but Slim is visibly closer. This could be the chance for Slim. Nova going to the inside. He can sense it. He can sense it. Slim thinks on the outside. Can he get the brakes later? Here we go. And Nova just puts his car where it needs to be. Great driving there from Nova. Takes the middle of the track up and says, look, it's the outside or nothing. Look at the grip, look at the tyre rubber going into that little double left-hander. Lucas now 4-7 back. And now just 2.3, and these mediums are now going to start coming into a bit of wear trouble. And Leclerc's gap is now 10.5. It's gone down half a second. Is Leclerc's tyres already starting to scream? Is he going to pit for soft tyres? Oh, has Leclerc gambled here? So we said we should be seeing some 2 stoppers. No wonder if the likes of Leclerc, possibly even Lucas, are going to have to make a splash and dash for some softs. York could be in that range, and Steve. The guys in hards will be fine. I imagine Slim and Nova should be okay. But the gap is now 10.7. There is Leclerc. Any sign of tyre wear on his tyres? A little line of blister there. Look there on the front left. A little line. About 3/4, well, a quarter into the tyre from the outside. Lap Granty Boy quite comfortably. Now Slim, here we go again. Is he close enough? Oh, is he going to move this time by? Oh, so another again goes to the inside. Slim's going to have to go to the inside though. Slim is just not putting it in, is he? He's not risking it yet. He'd rather keep Nova under some pressure. Great battle ahead between Slim and Nova. Nova will enjoy this as well. As safety car! Frisky's out! He's binned it in the S's in Sector 1, and that has just changed the whole complexion of this race, and that is dreadful news for the guys with penalties. Which is pretty much it's great news for Rimpey. Leclerc 5 seconds speeding in the pits! Oh my word! And he hasn't served it! He'll have a 5-second penalty at the end of the race, and Leclerc may have just thrown away his race win. Oh my word! And another gift for Oside Nova, who's had to wait. Has he had to wait for Slim? No, it's just the game glitching. I can't wait till this game is done. Jamie Wan's just beat Lucas out the pit, so Lucas has been stitched up and he is behind Jamie Wan now. Jamie Wan medium tyres. That's interesting. Does Jamie Wan not think those softs will get to the end? Well, the safety car is surely going to bring those softs in. Jamie James and Steve will be relieved, and Yor. So a late safety car, Frisky. Unfortunately, has binned it in the S, and I'll tell you what, a chance for Steve to jump Frisky in the championship. In fact, quite a big chance for Steve. And what a chance for Rimpy. He'll be sitting here going, okay. And Jamie James, no penalties to their names. Phil in front has, and I'll tell you what, another late safety car. How many times this season have we seen late safety cars? Pretty much every race. Well, this is a game changer. And Leclerc with a 5-second... Oh, we might as well get the penalties up to the end. 5 seconds, JD 1-6, Lucas 3, and on soft tyres. So Lucas would be a net 4th. Oh, Jacob and Yor with 9 seconds. Hey, what, Steve? Oh, and Jamie James has got 9 seconds. It's rare you see him pick up 3-second penalties, so Rimpy's the man who'll be looking at a potential 4th place for the 3rd time this season. Steve as well will be looking at a top 6-7. He's going to fancy this. He's going to get his elbows out and get a little bit racy here, I think. And Oside No will be sitting there going, oh, Leclerc. He's done it again. A 5-second penalty. Now, has, in the short amount of time we got left, Leclerc got 5 seconds in hand over Nova? I don't think he has. Leclerc will be sat there kicking himself. Kicking himself. Now, Leclerc's lucky that everybody else around him except Slim and Nova have got penalties, so he still should get a podium. But my word, Nova is in prime position to set the championship in Mexico if he wins this race. Oh, Nova. And I'll tell you, he'll fancy winning this race and winning their first race of the season. Slim is right in the mix. He'll feel he's got the pace in Nova. Can he finally win a race this season? Well, this is set up for a little 6-lap showdown. Shame for Frisky as Jamie James pits. I imagine now for a set of softs. I imagine the wrong tyres they've put on his car. A set of softs for Jamie James. Ramsey takes over the points. Rimpy. I think Rimpy's trying to look after those soft tyres the best he can. He's already had one puncture today, of course. Rimpy could have been in a great position here. The puncture cost him. Of course, he hit the wall. Front wing change. And there is the field. Hopefully, the safety car in pretty soonish. Leclerc needs that safety car in ASAP. He really does. For any sort of chance. Again, the safety car is carrying on. So one more lap, which is relief for Jamie James. So they're all on softs. Oh, a penny for your thoughts if you're Leclerc right now. My word, just hasn't gone for him. Just hasn't gone for him. One more lap, which means we've got a 6-lap shootout. Jamie James is still trying to catch a safety car snake. But what a chance for Rimpy! The top 4 are a possibility here. We've seen some wild restarts in these late safety cars, and I have no doubt we may get more of the same. Lucas will be kicking himself over that 3 seconds. He really will. He could have been with a great chance of a podium. Still could. Leclerc's now played him into a possibility. If he can stay 2 seconds within Leclerc, he'll get it. But Leclerc will be doing some qualifying laps. And how? He needs to win this race. He has to win this race to have a chance of taking us in to the final race. And of course, Slim will be desperate to win a race as well. In fact, Leclerc could do it, Slim getting ahead of Slide Nova. This championship has taken some big twists and turns this season. Are we in for some more before the season's out? That's the question. I think we are. Leclerc. This should show you the safety car on this run by as well. I'm sure we're going to see it in. And how much pressure is Nova going to put on Leclerc? Nova's not going to want to let Leclerc get 5 seconds ahead. No way. Of course, Slim is going to be going for this. He's going to be gunning for this. Is Nova going to challenge Leclerc much, or is he just going to let him do his thing? I don't know. Slim's going to try and attack him. JB1, well, he'll still be shooting for a top 5 of the penalty round, unless, of course, Rimpy saves him 6 seconds off, which is a chance. Because Rimpy has got some pace. Safety car is in this lap. Well, here we go. Leclerc needs 6 qualifying laps here. 6 of the very best laps he can do. He needs to get a 5-second gap. Back of the pack there, just backing up. Here we go. What have you got, Leclerc? The championship largely depends on this. He has to win this race to have any chance to take it into Mexico next week. Big pressure on the young Greek's shoulders. Safety car peels off. Leclerc will decide when to go on board with outside Nova. Is that Leclerc going now? Is that Leclerc going now? I think it is. I think Leclerc is going now, and away he goes. He's already got nearly one of those 5 seconds. It's a lovely start from Leclerc. Here we go. He needs 5 seconds. He's already got 1.1. Leclerc's away. As for everybody else, any moves to turn 1? Looks like no. In fact, the two McLarens are side by side, and Steve's going for Yaw. Oh, and Jacob's made a mistake, and Yaw's got them both. And Jacob's got front wing damage. I wonder if Jacob went for Lucas, made a mistake, and Yaw and Steve said thank you very much, and Yaw got in front of Steve. And of course, with Steve's just on 3 seconds, Steve could be on for a top 6 here, and Yaw gets another penalty. So Steve's going to get Yaw as it stands. Now, where's Rimpy? Rimpy will want to make his way up quite quickly here. With Jacob's front wing damage, he should get Jamie James there as well with 12 seconds of penalties. Nova and Slim, now that their battles resume, they're already pulling away from Jamie by quite a way. But Leclerc's only 1-7 ahead. He needs more. He needs 5. He needs Slim to get in amongst Leclerc, Nova. Well, Steve's going to be here going, hang on a minute, I've got a chance on a top 5 here. Jacob's got 9 seconds of damage front wing. He's holding up Rimpy behind. He's going to hold up Rimpy behind. What a chance for Steve to grab himself a top 5. Because Jamie Warren's not exactly putting away. Lucas keeping him honest. Until Jamie Warren got Lucas, and Jamie James is out. Made a mistake. Where's he gone? And it's oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. You are kidding me, Codemasters. Safety car out. Absolute joke. Safety. This game. Safety car out. Which does Leclerc no favours. That's it for Leclerc. Give Lucas a shot. A point. Why is the safety car out? Why? Why so late? Well, that's killed it for Leclerc. In fact, the safety car's already picked them up, so that's good. I hope it'll just be 1 lap behind the safety car, but that's killed it for Leclerc. His heart will sink. Rimpy managed to get up to P8, so Rimpy's got a really good chance of a top 5 here himself. And then there were 10. Jacob picked the softs, by the way, so Jacob's got a fresh set of softs coming on. Because he had front wing damage, so that helps Jacob out, actually. Oh, Codemasters. What a trash game you have made. So Leclerc, this just kills Leclerc, doesn't it? Safety car go out, so we're going to have probably a 2-lap shootout. If Lucas can stay within 2 seconds of Leclerc, he's got a chance of a podium. That's where Jamie James binned it. Shouldn't have been a safety car. Virtual would have been good enough. Downside is, of course, with these safety cars, a long track. It's 1 minute 30 in qualifying they were doing, of course. The long laps under the safety car. What an opportunity for Oside Nova to have one giant hand on the championship. And Slim, well, if he wants to win a race this season, he's going to have to get ballsy. He's going to have to get his elbows out and have a go at Nova, isn't he? He'll be dying to win a race. It's been so long. Safety cars in this lap. What's going on here? Why is Jamie Warren going down the positions? What's you're up to? Just letting Jamie Warren know he's there. Yours 12 seconds of penalties. My word, he's going to drop all the way back to probably 8th place. Come on, safety car in this lap. Let's have a few laps of a shootout here. Leclerc's chance of getting that 5 seconds have just been blown up. He needs Slim to get right in amongst Oside Nova. Hey, Codemasters. What a trash game they've made this year. Just non-stop. This has been the worst year and the worst game for Problems Online, without a doubt. It can't be that hard to sort. Safety car in this lap. They've got to get it right next game. They really have. Can it be that difficult? Seriously. Right, Leclerc needs three qualifying laps, needs to find about 2 seconds a lap over Leclerc, over Oside Nova. I can't see it happening. He's blown it himself. The 5-second penalty was brought on himself, of course. And he has brought it on himself. The pressure's got to Leclerc again. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. It's happened to Leclerc. He's picked up penalties this season, been involved in incidents in the championship. Oh, Leclerc got on the brakes there, a little bit naughty, caught everyone out, but thankfully no contact, except with Yor and Jamie won. Oh my word, and that's 5 seconds for Yor, and I imagine, yeah, 5 seconds for Jamie won. This nonsense, again, Codemasters has to sort out. It really does. It drives me insane. Trash, Codemasters. And Leclerc has not got the jump he had last time over Nova, has he? Lucas is a man interested. He just has to stay within 2 seconds of Leclerc and he's got a podium. And he's passed Jamie 1. So this is golden for Lucas. Well, his tail's going to be up. Yor and Jamie will have 5 seconds taken off if it was just a simple tap. Although actually, it's the guy, the JB1 will have, Yor won't. The guy who hits, the guy from behind who makes contact will not have the 5 seconds removed. They know the rules. However, Leclerc did bang on the brakes, so we'll see what happens. Yor not close enough. Steve's rubbing his hands here, going, I've got top 5 surely in the bag. Rimpy, well, in fact, Rimpy would have Steve as it stands. Leclerc 1.4. Surely not. Surely he can't do it in the short amount of time left. But Slim, well, in fact, well, this is punishing Lucas. And Yor's got Jamie Warner, who's gone way out wide. And Jamie Warner has been passed by Yor. Jamie Warner's race is just starting to fall apart towards the end here. There's Jacob in the background as well. Leclerc butters that. Well, there's 2 seconds. Well, he's got 2 seconds, and of course he's pulled away from DRS. He needs 2 seconds a lap, and he's got one of them. There is Nova just toying with him. Right, come on, Slim. If you want to win a race this season, this is your golden opportunity. This is it. He needs to stay right behind. And of course, Lucas will ready to pick up any pieces at all. Lucas is in with a shot of a win here. If these two mess up in front of him. Leclerc, 3-second penalty. It's game over. And that could be Leclerc. That could be Lucas on the podium. Oh, Leclerc's championship. And I'll tell you what. Any more mistakes, and I'll tell you what. Nova could be champion tonight. If Nova wins, Leclerc can't come lower than 5th. I think he should be okay, Leclerc. Oh my days. Leclerc's not quite getting the lead. Lucas, well, I tell you what, Lucas, that penalty, he's going to kick himself over. Because he's right in there. He's right in there. Oh, here we go. Final lap. DRS. This is it, Slim. This is it, Slim, if you're going to pick up your first win. He's just a little bit too far back. He'll have 1 DRS left to get it done. Rimpey's going to be a top. Is he 3 seconds behind Lucas? Yes, he is, just because yours just dropped back. Rimpey's going to get another 4th place, or 5th place this season. And in fact, oh, he's lost a place to Jacob. Jacob's got in front of him. Rimpey made a mistake. Jacob's got in front. Now Jacob's going for Steve. Jacob on a mile on a mission this final lap, isn't he? My word. But where is Slim? He's not close. This is not nowhere near close enough. I don't think that's going to be enough for Slim. Lucas is going to be 4th. I tell you what, Nova's just got to finish in the points. And Nova's going to be champion coming up. Here we go. He's not in there. He's not close enough. 4 attempts. No, it's not to be. But behind, Jacob could be lining up Steve here. Rimpey in there as well. Steve holds firm. Jacob. Oh, easy, Jacob. Easy, easy. 9 seconds of penalties. He's going to score points, but he would get. That positions are probably going to stand anyway, even J1's 5 seconds removed. He'll get your back. As your hit, Jamie. Well, disaster for Leclerc late on after leading this race and being in control. His championship chances dangled by a single thread, but it's outside Nova who takes a win. And surely it's got one big hand on the championship now. Slim is 2nd. What a result for Lucas in 3rd place. Leclerc finishes 4th. Rimpey finishes 5th. Steve, best ever result in 6th place. Wow. What a finish. What a finish. Love that finish. Whew. So I'm going to see JB1 spun towards the end, so even that 5 seconds removed now, it's going to be pretty irrelevant. Well done outside Nova. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to say it again. He's going to win the championship. And again, he's probably going to be one of our best champions. Super consistent. Another penalty-free race when everybody around him faltered. But thoughts for Slim. I just wonder, did he push it as all he could? Leclerc's race fell apart towards the end. Lucas podium, and that's a giant step for Lucas towards his top 6. Another podium season for Lucas. Rimpey yet again. Super consistent. Well done, Steve. Best ever result in Zenith 6th place. He jumps Frisky, and in fact, he may jump Yor in the championship as well. Yor did finish 8th. Jamie won 9th. Everyone else did. Granty Boy won't score because he wasn't in the car. So 9 point scorers. You've got to feel that it's a shame that that Frisky didn't finish. 2 jokes of a safety cars towards the end. As I think Nova was here. I think Nova's just left again. Is Nova here? Here is Oside Nova. Well, it was looking like a long time that just wasn't going to happen for you. Leclerc looked to get it wrapped up. Leclerc again making mistakes towards the end of the race. You take the win. You're so close, mate.
Yeah, it was just to be honest, I honestly didn't believe I'd have the pace to win. And obviously I couldn't on track, but I did my best to not get penalties, and that's basically how I got it. I mean, everyone else was hugely quick today. Like Slim was on me the entire time. Lucas was amazingly quick again. I think it was just more a case of literally I'm just lucky not to get any penalties to kind of get me the win, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and again, when everyone falters around you, you've penalty free, consistent. It was a good race. That battle with Slim. Talk us through it. Did you think Slim was going to send one up the inside at any point?
There was a few times when I think I was only like once or twice I had to go defensive, but I literally just saved all my ERS for the long back straight, which meant, you know, unless he had a really good run, he couldn't really get down the inside. To be fair, it was kind of, at one point I was just thinking to myself, look, just let Slim through. You know, Leclerc will probably win because he was so far ahead. And I was just like, you don't really need to get in any, struggles with anyone. But then it just kind of came back to me, so I guess it was a good job that I tried to keep him behind.
And the championship is now all but wrapped up with that result. On to Mexico. A track that you like, or again, a bit impartial?
I quite like it. I mean, I've never raced there in a league race or anything, but as a track, I think it's quite good. So hopefully, it should be another good proving ground for me. But like I said, I think I might only need about 5 points or so now. So I'm just going to, take it that race, just try my best to get like a top 5 or something, and just kind of get it done.
Mate, congratulations! You've had an absolutely outstanding season, and I've got to say, and I think everyone would agree, you're going to be an absolute deserved champion, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Slim, second place. Well, it's great to have you back on the podium, but I can't help but feel that you had, well, again, as Nova was saying, he saved that battery for the back straight, but there was a couple of laps where you had a big chance to get him and didn't take it. Do you feel you could have pushed harder, or were you giving all you had? Yeah, I tell you what, one thing about Nova is he knows how to defend. Like, he puts his car where it needs to be, and it's just impeccable. It really is. But you're back on the podium. A great drive through the field. Overall, you've got to be pretty happy with that. Although it did mean that you did get Leclerc guaranteed, because Leclerc on that first safety car restart was like a bull out of a china shop. He was gone. But yeah. Yeah, and you stayed with him. Yeah, I noticed that he didn't have a good second restart. But Mexico, Brazil, you're right in that fight for third place. Bjorn's lost a whole heap of points, but Lezard is there with you. Feeling confident about taking that third place? Slim, great to see you back up there, mate. Well done. Lucas! Well,
podium.
Podium again. What a crazy race for you, because I was saying during the race, you made a great start. You had great pace, and then In the middle, Jamie Warden got you in the pits, and then all of a sudden the podium was looking off, and you got that penalty, and then all of a sudden, back here you are. You must be kicking yourself over that 3 seconds, though.
Yeah, a bit, yeah. But I was very close to a second penalty, so I'm happy I didn't get it.
And you've got to be so happy with your pace. Your pace was fun. You were matching for a lot of that race, Slim and Nova's pace.
Yeah, I was surprised. I felt quite good on the car for the first, I don't know, 10 laps. The soft run was good. Then with the mediums I struggled a bit. I was sliding around. I almost lost the car on one occasion. And then I had a little battle with Nova, and I lost a bit of my wing. So that didn't allow me to, you know, follow the guys.
Yeah.
I fell very back. And yeah, the second safety car kind of helped me recover my wing, and then with less penalties and the cars behind, I was able to get that podium.
Yeah, fantastic. And of course, that was vital for you because you and Jamie Warden were on the same points, and Jamie Warden's race unravelled badly the last 2 laps. Should be, well, in fact, you're back up with Bjorn again after that result, so you've got a top 5 chance here. Mexico, Brazil, again for you, final 2 rounds. How are you feeling about those tracks?
Mexico hasn't been great for me this year, but I'll try my best. I love Brazil, by the way. It's my best track, so hopefully, or expecting good result over there.
There we go. So I hope that top 5 with that battle with Bjorn. And Jamie Warden's still going to be there, but it's going to be a great battle. Lucas, congratulations. Great to see you up there, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Well, what a race. Not many runners, but the action made up for it. Fantastic race. 2 needless safety cars at the end. However, it gave us a grandstand finish, and it meant Nova is just within touching distance of the championship. We'll see you in Mexico next week, where surely he'll wrap it up, but there's still plenty more to play for in the championship around. We'll see you next week. Stay safe and good night.